How's it going? I'm Ryan. Today I'm going to go for the one trade that I took on MQ. It was a loss. I was looking to take a long when we broke and retested the pre-market high this morning. We did not hold it though, and we fell right through, hitting my stop loss and causing me to take first loss in a while. So we'll go over that and talk about how I could have avoided some things. Overall, it was a setup that I would take again. Didn't play out, and sometimes it works like that. So basically, if we're looking at, I'll pull up like a 1 hour. We had yesterday's price action. It was limited due to the holiday yesterday, so we have highs and lows down here. In the after hours and pre-market, we had escaped out of that. We had consolidated, moved higher again. Then we're opening pretty high. So we had this series of like a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, and we're breaking out of that and changing that. Coming into the day, I had the pre-market high marked, pre-market low. Was watching to see if we could break higher and then retest and hold and continue up to the upside. We had the EMAs were all bullish. The 2-minute, 15-minute looking solid. Once we got a 5-minute close above that pre-market high, I was looking for some sort of a pull back into pre-market high or this EMA to test and hold. Yeah, we got the break and close on the 15-minute here, 5-minute here, 2-minute here, and then we came back and we held that pre-market high on the 2-minute and the 5-minute, which is when I entered long, 6 contracts per account. I was targeting this zone here as my first take profit with leaving a runner in the upper half of this zone, and my stop loss was just kind of at the top of this zone. So it's about a 1-to-1 on the initial trim, and then the runner would have been over a 1-to-1. But initially, first trim and stop loss were both a little over 30 points. Let's talk about what I could have done better. So I like the entry. I like the fact that we broke and closed on multiple time frames. We retested and held on multiple time frames. That's great. I would enter that again. The only thing that I think I would change is potentially reducing my risk by placing my stop a little closer below that EMA. I gave myself about like an extra 10 points. And in today's example, that was not necessary. That was just an extra 10 points of loss that I didn't need to take. The trade could have been invalidated sooner and resulted in a smaller loss overall. But I will say that yeah, sometimes you never know. Like here, we wicked below that EMA and then came back up and continued to move. So always like a little bit of a dance between too much risk and not giving yourself enough room to let the trade play out. So that's something we'll continue to try to tweak and try to learn. But it was an uptrending market. We had some signs of strength. Maybe an indication is like this low volume on the breakout here. The break and close above was pretty low volume. I mean, like lower volume than some of the pre-market candles. That could have been a concern. And then this was higher volume. Yeah, maybe the volume tells the tale, huh? That could be something that I should have paid more attention to. That we had lower volume on the breakout than we did on like the weak candles. And this candle like closed below that pre-market high on increasing volume. So yeah, could have probably de-risked a little bit and had a smaller loss, and that's something that I'll look to adjust. Try to do better. All right, that's all I got. Just one trade. We end the week pretty much break even, a little over break even. I think I am up $80 this week. So I was up like 520, and then I took a 446 loss. Yeah, so $70 or something in the green this week due to a loss today. So only traded like 3 days. Yesterday was essentially break even. Monday was a nice green day. Today's loss. Tuesday, Wednesday didn't take any trades, and yeah, we'll look to come back next week and do a little better. But where we're at, and we'll continue to try to learn and trade. And big thing is just not letting a loss, get us down too bad. If I saw another setup I liked, I might have entered another trade. But yeah, this is kind of in an area where I'm not too interested in it. That's all I got. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace.